Down goes John Kasich. He is done. His campaign is over. Now, of course, what's interesting is that that goes against what was said last night by the Kasich campaign after losing Indiana. They said that the Indiana results, quote, are not going to alter the candidate's plan. Quote, our strategy has been and continues to be one that involves winning the nomination at an open convention, which before was an absolute long shot and now has zero chance of happening. It's over. First Ted Cruz, now John Kasich. Donald Trump, as I had predicted, has successfully Donkey Konged his way to the Republican nomination. Yes, it's not official until he gets 1,237 delegates, but he is the presumptive nominee. No one is left to stop him. He has crushed them all. This is kind of an amazing race. Now, Donald Trump, for example, this guy started out with pundits and a lot of people on the news, including us. Come on, dude, this guy's not serious. He's not actually running for president. He's not even going to file the paperwork. He hasn't filed it yet. When's he going to file the paperwork? He's not actually running. It's just a ploy. You know, for him to get more name recognition. That's all it is. He's not actually running. Well, it turns out he did run. And look, as I said, I thought that way too. I thought there's no way this guy is serious. Totally serious. Because he first won a few, and then he started winning. And then he started winning more. And then people started crapping their pants. Because shit got super serious. And look, when it comes to John Kasich, he'd been in it the whole time. Last one to drop out. Gotta give him credit. But the dude never had a shot. The only state that he won was Ohio. That's it. One state. And it was a lot of people that were thinking that a lot of people, since Ohio was an open primary, Bernie Sanders was doing very well. We thought he was going to win Ohio. A lot of Democrats said, we need to stop Trump, and voted for John Kasich. That's probably one reason he actually won Ohio, aside him, being from Ohio and everything like that. So, okay. He won Ohio, and as I said, had less delegates than Marco Rubio at the end. Loser Marco Rubio. Not good. Now, about Kasich, he was actually seen as the same guy in the race compared to Trump or Cruz. But, of course, you got to remember the stuff that he was trying to do in Ohio. Things like signing anti-choice bills, huge restrictions in abortion rights, which are affirmed in the Constitution. That's a constitutional right to privacy. He did not care. So, he tried to come off as a moderate, but it didn't quite work. So, yeah, he wasn't as batshit crazy as Trump and Cruz. But in the end, that actually hurt him. See, the voters were not interested in a kind of Kasich, milquetoasty, let's all come in together and find common ground and stop arguing so much message. They didn't care. The Republican base voting for Trump, they literally want to burn the system down. They want to make America great again. They're not at all interested in working with the current, with Democrats, with Republicans, with the current system, and finding common ground with any of them. They're pissed off. They hate the establishment. And look, Kasich, at the end of the day, was more establishment. And to top it off, he was also incredibly boring. Nobody cared. Nobody cared. Now, what's interesting is that if the Republicans were serious about beating Hillary Clinton, if she becomes the nominee, Kasich would have been the best shot. He was the only Republican to beat Hillary Clinton, and to do it by double digits. Clinton, until this new CNN ORC poll, was only beating Trump by a couple of points. Now that a new poll has her up by about double digits, by roughly 15. But Trump or Cruz both lost to Hillary and Bernie. Bernie beat Kasich, and Hillary lost to Kasich. So if the Republicans were looking at their one shot to beat Hillary Clinton, they just pissed it away by giving this race over to Donald Trump and not John Kasich. Now, this means that if it's either Bernie or Hillary, the Republicans are almost certainly doomed in November. Now, there's a couple of caveats to that are unlikely to happen, but I want to point out at least one of them: the FBI indicting Hillary Clinton in the general. Now, that's got a very, very, very low chance of happening. Or if Trump starts beating the crap out of her with her ties to big banks, her super PAC, Goldman Sachs speeches, all the stuff that Bernie Sanders was incredibly successful in attacking her on. Now, right now, he's not doing that. It seems like Trump's only attacking her on being a woman and playing the so-called woman card, right? So right now, Hillary Clinton, if she's nominated, is in a pretty good spot to beat Donald Trump. Now, Bernie, different story, right? If he gets the nomination, he wipes the floor with Trump. And whatever that thing is on his head he calls hair. And look, I'm not one to mock hair. I don't have any. But seriously, Trump, you might as well just do what I did. Shave your head. You're going bald. But anyway, that's enough about his hair. But look, there you have it. John Kasich is the Republicans' best hope to beat Hillary Clinton. And it just so happens that they got rid of it. And now he's gone. And so goes their hopes for a Republican presidency.